Hi everyone and welcome back to EGX. It's been 3 years since we were last here and there's a whole of games that are ready to be looked at, so let's go and see what we can find. I'm here in one of the many res zones at the show. This specific area is the Left Field Collection, where a lot of these games are put together by very small teams indeed, you know, not just indie games but even individuals and passion projects. Elsewhere I also managed to have some time with a cel-shaded racing title called Inertial Drift, and checked out a 4-player zombie survival game called Skir Ritual with a special guest, Ellie Hayden, who I happened to bump into at the show. One of the great things about a show like this is the ability to speak to some of the developers that put these games together and really talk about their inspirations and how the process has been. Let's hear from a few of them.
It's very heavily inspired by Baltic folklore. You play as this pilgrim who has this very, very cool mission on his shoulders, how to resurrect the only remaining flame in the world. And he's up this mountain to resurrect the flame at the top while encountering these difficult folklore creatures and all these different characters, becoming immersed in this really harsh mythical world. We've been working on this particular demo for the last 3 months as a team of 4 cool people, hard prototyping, as well as a bit of a company development. Quite a lot of work.
We've made games as a team before at university, but then all of a sudden we're thrown in at the deep end with, okay, now you need a business plan, you need finance projections.
It's basically a big step from that controlled university environment to the actual real world market, and it's a big jump up, very much worth it.
I got to the stage where I'd done all my A-levels and I was like, I don't know what I want to do at university. There was specifically a game development with a writing specialism at Falmouth, and I was like, that sounds like me.
I just think that games is probably the best medium to convey any sort of narrative or information or even education, and that's even what we're trying to do with Ascent. We're trying to bring out the Baltic culture a little bit into the public light, so things like that is what keeps me going, creating game experiences for people.
I've been a platformer fan for years. Like, I'm very, very young age, I've been a fan of the platformer. We think of a specific niche that I feel like hasn't really been answered too much, and it's games with speed and momentum in 3D. Spider-Man, Apex Legends, those sorts of games have really fantastic grappling mechanics, but they're in very open spaces. We wanted to see how could we use this in a very focused environment with a very focused moveset. No secret, but we're very big fans of Sonic the Hedgehog, and especially some of the old 3D titles, and there's some aspects of the games that we really appreciate that we'd like to see taken into a modern interpretation. 8K textures and like realistic mud physics, that doesn't really matter in the speed of it. We're focused on creating more stylized assets, specifically using thin outlines, using rims, using a lot of like traditional cartoon technology, and putting it all together something that isn't graphically intensive, that the player can blast through to keep gameplay as smooth as possible and to allow the game to run into as many systems as possible.
We worked on a VR project for Doctor Who, and we were thinking about like what should we do next, and we really wanted to take on the challenge of drama. We were real fans of Peaky, and we really loved the world that Stephen Knight had recreated. Loved being in a sort of like time period, something that you can't be in VR, feels really immersive. One of the things we wanted to tackle was characters in VR, because they're very rarely tackled. I probably can tell you why. They're quite hard to tackle. We were really fortunate that we had a lot of information and a lot of the plans for like the sets, and we had a lot of background access to content. There's a lot of hidden story within the world around you. There's some places that you probably didn't find in Garrison Lane. There's some secret rooms. Opportunities to make some slightly dark moral choices around the way that you approach. And they have a slight, you will have that fed back to you by other characters, maybe recognise some of the actions that you've taken. Even if you weren't really into the show, something like the gangster trope and the time period is really appealing to everyone anyway. Them feeling like they're part of that story and that experience, and it's centred around them. And that's the thing that we've really enjoyed seeing, especially at things like EGX.
The things that people loved in Boat Simulator, we just wanted to turn up to 11. 5 years ago when they started making Boat Sim 3, It was just a kind of small team of 11 people, and their ambition far exceeded the team size. So this time around the map is like 18 times bigger than the original Goat map, and each area of the map is a unique and different vibe and feel to it. Oh god, there's so much that can be missed because we can't even remember most of the stuff we've added. For my part, in the music, I added in lots of little musical callbacks and throwbacks to the original Goat theme, and hopefully people notice them all. We'll see what happens. This time around, it's 4-player multiplayer, 4 times the goats, 5.5 times the carnage. It's just more fun with your friends. So many people just want to headbutt each other. Who would have known? Like, it's better than headbutting each other in real life, I guess.
So that's it from EGX 2022. We've seen plenty of games. What was your highlight? Let us know in the comments. And thanks for watching our little roundup here. There'll be all sorts of write-up coverage on Pass the Controller as well. So make sure you check that out there and follow us on YouTube for further video content. Thanks very much, everyone. Bye!